What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy always Andy, and this morning I woke up to a dead battery bank. Check this out. It's just showing I only have 31% of my battery capacity remaining of my available 460 amp hour battery. So in today's video, we're gonna go ahead and hook up this brand new MPPT solar charge controller. It's made by a company called Infinvent. These come from Amazon, and of course I'll have a description down in the link below. So let's go ahead and get everything set up here and I'll show you what we're gonna get into. With having the new charge controller already mounted, the only thing I should have to do is wire up the panels. For it only being 6:30 in the morning, it's a little dark outside to be recording still, so we'll get into that in a second. Let's go ahead and handle all of our inside stuff first, and then we'll head outside and we'll see what we can get done. The first thing I need to handle is my system's main negative of the battery shunt. It's getting a little crowded over here, not only coming from the inverter, another charge controller that's already hooked up, and also having two of these DC house chargeverters hooked up as well. So the plan real quick is go ahead and shut the entire system down, kill the 3 current PV inputs, and then also go ahead and power down the inverter as well. That'll make sure everything is safe before we disconnect this, install a new bus bar off on the side of it, and then we'll use that to get everything connected. These are the bus bars that I like to use. They come off of Amazon. I'll have a link down in the description below if you want to see a set for yourself. They're super easy to mount. They come with all the hardware. They have 3/8 lugs on them. And I'm very happy with the set that I currently have. Let's get it installed. And to connect the bus bar to the shunt, I'm going to be using this very large piece of 2-gauge copper wire. This is oxygen free. And then I have some of these 2-gauge copper lug terminals that we're gonna be using on here. So let's go ahead and get the lugs crimped onto the wire and we'll get this set up. And just like that, our piece of cable is made and our 2-gauge ends are crimped on it. These are 3/8 inch holes on here. In an effort to keep everything somewhat color coded, and because I don't have any heat shrink that's this size, I'm just gonna use some electrical tape to cover this piece up. That way it matches everything else. And that'll work. We have all the PV inputs off already for the MPPT, and of course the 2 PV inputs on here for the MPPT for the inverter. Now what I'm gonna do, turn off the inverter and then remove the fastener on this side of the shunt, take everything off of it, install my new cable on here, then connect to the bus bar. Everything else that doesn't fit on here for this screw, as you can see, the fastener on one side has a few threads showing on it. This one on here has a few threads missing on the top of it. All the other loads that are on here, for the 2 chargeverters and the 2 solar charge controllers, will end up sticking on this bus bar on the side. All right, so that's all finished up. That looks pretty good. I'm happy with the way that turned out. Let's go ahead and set up the 2 wires that's gonna be running from our bus bar for our positive and from the shunt all the way up to the chargeverter up here on the wall. Like that, we have our 2 ends made. Yeah, let's go ahead and connect these to the bus bars and we'll get them up to the charge controller. There are 2 small screws, one on each side of this cover. All right, as we come in for a close-up, we can see where it's labeled the solar panel, the battery, and then if you're running a DC load directly off of this, you can do that as well. And it's also labeled on the bottom as well, so you can see it whenever the cover's on it. We're gonna loosen our 2 battery ones, negative on the right, positive on the left. We'll loosen both these screws, we'll put our wires in the bottom, tighten them up, and then we'll start running the cabling going out to our solar panels. This is the positive side of our battery. I just heard the unit kick on. I see a light flashing on here. It looks like the unit's awake. We'll immediately go into the settings menu. The parameter settings. The password on these is up, 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 down, 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 hit enter, and that brings us into the settings on here. For our battery type, we're running lithium-ion batteries for light bulb, battery rated voltage, 48 volts. Charge voltage settings, do 56.2. And then we're also not running a load on here and our DC load light's on, so let's go ahead and turn that off as well while we're in here. DC output settings, hit enter. This is automatic. DC output off. And that turns off our DC load light. And that is good to go. So now the next step of this is to get some of our wires. We're going to get them near the charge controller, and then we'll get them set up to run behind the inverter, run down the back, and then go out our window pass-through, following parallel with the other PV inputs, and that'll go out to the panels out in the yard. Let's go take a look at those real quick. All right, so this is the array that we have out here. I have a total of 7 panels. We're only gonna be using 6. So we're gonna use these two, and these two here. These 3 are gonna be hooked up in series, positive to negative. These 3 are also gonna be hooked up in series, that's weird, positive to negative. And then we're gonna take these 3 and these 3, and we're gonna run those in parallel all the way over. Let's do that now. The main negative from that panel, and the main negative from this series of panels right here. I'm gonna run this one down behind all the panels to over here, and I'll connect them together with this, giving me 1 main negative. And that's how we'll run our 2 sets of 3 that are in series in parallel. Same thing on the other side is my main positive. For these 3 panels, this series, I have a main positive here. And for this 3 panels, this series, I have my other main positive over here. I'll run this one, put an extension on it, run it all the way down until it gets behind here, connect those 2 with this, and this will be my main positive coming out. And with my main positive and main negative, I'll be able to run those all the way down the side. I have my main cable that comes down that feeds into the house to the inverter. Let's do that now. So now the next step is to run harness that goes from the window bypass from inside the house from the inverter all the way down behind the mini split. This is all of our PV inputs anyway. We'll zip tie it all up to that, run it through the grass to our other arrays, run it down the side, and we'll connect our main negative, and run another piece to connect our main positive, and this array will be ready to roll. All right, what we're gonna be using for our PV inputs is this 10 gauge UV protected wire. Of course, I'll have a link in the description for this stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and run these to the window bypass. Take a little bit of our positive side wire, run this to the bypass. Take a little bit of our negative side wire. And then coming in through the window, as we just saw, through our bypass, we have our 2 pieces of harness. I'm gonna grab these, I'm gonna run them, throw a couple zip ties on it to make it into a harness, run it behind the battery box, behind our solar inverter charging station, and then we'll run it up a little bit, and then we'll just kind of leave it in here, and later we'll go ahead and we'll install a breaker on this. All right, that's in the house. I'm gonna take the rest of this, I'm gonna run it down. Afterwards, we'll secure it. For now, we'll just get it ran, and use up what we have here. Okay, let's go ahead and run the negative side. Okay, this looks really good, and we're getting very close to the end. What we need to do now is we need to actually secure the harness we just made to our other one and kind of get everything tightened up a little bit so we know exactly how much extra we're gonna need to run, so we can cut the excess off, put our ends on it, and get it connected to the array. So let's go ahead and kind of clean this up a little bit. All right, our harness is all secured all the way up. It's just kind of tossed underneath here. Now we're going to secure our main negative. We're going to measure out how much we need. We'll run the main negative to here, to our main negative output from the panels. We'll put an end on it and we'll get the negative side connected real quick. And that's it. So we're not going to connect our panels just yet. First, we're going to go inside and we're going to set up a breaker. After we get the breaker set up, we'll connect our main positive together and we'll connect our main negative together as well. Let's run inside and let's set up the breaker for this. All right, the next thing we're going to set up on here is going to be our solar panel breaker. If the time comes that I want to turn off the panels and move them or service them or do something, I want to have a way to be able to turn the panels on and off, and that's what this will do for us. I'm running 3 of these currently for all 3 of the other PV inputs that I'm running. I'm really happy with these, and of course, as always, there'll be a link in the description below. Nice. Okay, let's get the breaker set up real quick. It has an on-off rocker on it. When it's green, it's in the off position. When you turn it on and it's red, it's in the on position. So, we're gonna do positive on the left, negative on the right. We slide it into here, and as we tighten this, we'll kind of pinch the bottom to apply pressure. And we stick it in. Once you get it in there, you 100% want to pull on this and make sure that it's not going to come out of there. All right, it's not coming out, it's good. Later in another video, we'll get these mounted because I have an idea for how I want to mount all of my PV input breakers. So for now, we'll go ahead and strip this back. We'll get this installed on the positive side of our breaker. We'll run a piece of negative wire the same length. All right, let's make sure both those aren't going to come out. They feel tight to me. Now we'll go ahead and get it wired up into the charge controller. Let's get our positive side connected real quick. Right, now let's connect the negative side. Currently our breaker is in the off position, so let's go ahead and connect our panels. That's our main negative. That's our main positive. Now let's flip our breaker on and we'll see if we're making any power. We're making around 550 watt. Our other one's making around 760. For those who are curious, I have another array outside on my PV1 input on the inverter that's making 1060, at least it was for a second. I have another array that's making about 1800, give or take. The last step on here is for me to slap this cover on, put the bolts in, and we are done. So I'll go ahead and knock that out, and that's it. All right, guys, thanks always for watching. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments. I answer them all. And that, I appreciate your time as always. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next one.